Here we are, live at the garden.
Garden. Are we going live?
We're already live.
Oh, great.
Well, welcome everybody to the Investor Shed podcast. I'm Nick Beveridge here with my co-host, the man of the next 2 hours, Jeremy Kitchen.
Oh, we're going to have a 3-hour session today. This is going to be such a long
7.
podcast.
Just
World
like
record podcast today. No, we're going to keep it under an hour for you guys. You can only tolerate us for so long, and we appreciate all your attention that you give us.
If you look at the stats, they can only tolerate for about 14 seconds.
Cool. Well, we'll see you guys later. We're at 32 seconds.
Oh, yeah, they're not here. Those people are gone.
No, cool. Well, let's get right into this, Nick. We got a cool episode today. You have an update on one of your developments.
Yes.
That I think is really fascinating, and I think we should talk about.
I've been feeling pretty good the last week and a half or so because a big deal that I've been working in the background that was not guaranteed to be such a big deal, but it's now a big boy deal.
Yep.
We passed. We were doing a development deal, and we got through the city.
Nice.
And we got it annexed.
Okay, all right. So you guys are part of the city.
Yes. So this episode is worthy of its clickbaity title, which we'll do later.
Yep.
I know this is a live episode, but this is the $1 million deal. Because we're going to make $1 million.
$1 million profit.
$1 million in net profit.
Wow.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep. I mean, things can still go wrong.
Oh, of course.
But at this point, I've already done a deal just like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest hiccup, and we got past it.
Yeah.
Everything else is looking pretty good. So yeah, I guess there's a chance maybe we won't, but there's a very good chance at this point we're going to be netting around $1 million.
I love it. That's so cool.
It's not a quick deal.
No.
And there was definitely risk involved.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool to be like, yeah, I'm making with a couple other people.
Sure.
It's not just me making the full $1 million.
Right.
My portion will be like closer to $400,000.
Right.
Which I'm happy about that.
Sure.
But I'm doing it all with other people's cash.
Yep.
Yes.
You did pretty great there. And we talked a little bit before the show. I chose to opt out of this deal.
Yeah.
Specifically because it had those big question marks on it.
Yeah. This was almost a year ago when we brought this up.
Not only I didn't have all the money needed. I also didn't have all the experience needed. And this one just felt like big boys playing big league ball. And I'm like over here trying to hit base hits, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Yeah.
Not ready for this.
Yeah. And that was okay.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys
Most people are not.
Yeah. If you ask like anyone on the streets for like this kind of deal, people would be like, that sounds ridiculously ambitious, and you could fail.
And it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest difference though is that I've done it before.
Right.
Only one.
With many hiccups, of course. But
there were many hiccups, but I feel like we really learned from those hiccups. We were still very profitable.
Yeah.
I think we actually, as a partnership, made almost the same amount of money.
Nice.
I was a much smaller partner. I was a 16% owner.
Yeah.
But with that, and we did the deal kind of creatively to where I think I almost made $300,000 or $400,000 on that deal anyway. But even though I was a smaller owner, one of the larger owners of that deal didn't have any cash in it. So us as the lenders, I was considered a lender on the deal, and I was also part of it. But we were excreting cash from that guy's percentage of ownership because he didn't have money involved. It made a bigger profit for us.
Sure.
Then I also made a double end of the commission too, which was a $3.4 million deal.
Yeah. And
I got paid a decent commission on that.
Bada boom, bada bing.
So there are many different perks. There was the lending perks. Even though I was using other people's money mostly, I was some of mine, but I was still I raised money from friends and family. To get into this development deal. It took 2.5 years or so, and we eventually did really well. I felt bad for one of the main guys involved because I feel like he did get the short end of the stick, but that was business. He knew what he was getting into, and that's just what happened.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that one. Let's talk about this deal.
Okay. This deal is right across the street from that.
You went right across the street and you bought. It was it had an old house on it, right?
Yes.
Old house. It was on 5 acres in Post Falls.
Yeah, about 5 acres.
5 acres. Okay.
Just shy.
When you bought it from a wholesaler, obviously. Kind of walk us through that process. I know we've talked about it a few times, but just break down the deal and how it came to be.
Sure. Yeah, a wholesaler brought it to me, and he wasn't sure what you can do with this property. But we looked at it initially as just, hey, we're getting a good deal on some acreage properties. This could easily be another development just like the one across the street.
Yeah.
But it wasn't zoned. It was a county property. So there's just something to know. If you have no clue about development, if you're going to be building a development like a little neighborhood, it typically needs to be in the city.
Right.
Like this is in the city of Post Falls. It was in Post Falls, but it was county property.
Sure.
Meaning that it was on its own utilities. It has its own well, septic. It's on its own little island.
Yeah.
Near the city of Post Falls, because the city utilities, when you consider what's in the city, that's when you're hooked up to the city infrastructure.
Right.
So the streets, the sidewalks, the trees that are planted, everyone
everywhere.
Gets one tree. Everyone gets one tree. You're part of the sewer system, the water, all these city infrastructure, the police. Now the city of Post Falls police can help you if there's an emergency instead of just the county sheriffs that don't do anything on this property, which we'll get into that.
We just work here. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So there's a lot of benefits that come to being in city limits.
Okay.
You're not just on your own. There's a lot of benefits to also being in the county.
Sure, of course.
Lower taxes.
Right.
You're just on your own.
Yeah.
Own utilities, acreage.
Your own wealth, pretty cool.
This is a different the development game that we were playing is we're buying some land, tear down the house. We can put 25 buildable lots for 25 families to move into that little block.
Yeah.
And pay not necessarily a premium, but pay market pricing
for a new house and
a new house, new construction on this land.
Yeah.
And the big value that we other than developing all that infrastructure, but the biggest return on investment in real estate, and Gary Keller says this too, is when you can change the zoning of a property.
Yeah. Okay.
And we had to apply, which we'll get into the story.
Sure.
I got to back up and be like, where did this deal come from?
Right.
It came from a wholesaler. He got a great deal under contract that was about to get foreclosed on. So this property, was in massive distress.
Yeah.
Had 14 liens against the property.
Wow. Was that the most liens you've ever bought when a property closed?
Yes.
Okay.
By far.
Okay.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
When he brought it to me, he said, "Hey, I've got this deal." And I'm not going to be accurate about the numbers here because I honestly just don't remember, but I remember it was somewhere. I was able to purchase it somewhere in the high 400s.
Okay.
So in the upper 400s, I don't remember. Sorry, guys. I can go back and pull up a contract and see what I agreed to.
Let's call it 475 for easy math.
But I bought the property with the intentions of definitely wanting to go down the development route, but it's never guaranteed to work.
No.
So a backup plan is either you lose money on the property that you're buying, or you can sell it for a profit.
Yep.
Buying it for in the upper 400s. There was enough meat on the bones to fix up the house, resell it, and do a standard fix and flip and still make a good profit.
Sure.
We were getting a good enough deal because I think our after repair value was somewhere around $700,000 to $800,000.
How much repair do you think that house needed?
It needed a lot.
Okay.
It needed at least $100,000 of fix up work.
So I mean, you still
had a couple of shops on the property and a house.
Okay.
Easily $100,000. But there was a couple $100,000 worth of margin.
Right.
Obviously, there's lender costs and resale costs, which would cut into that. But I think it was like around $100,000 potential net profit deal if we never got it developed and we just had to fix and flip the house.
Sure. So it was it could have almost qualified as like a normal fix and flip if you decided to go that route. Then correct?
Sure. Yeah, it's just a bigger deal.
Yeah. Are the buildings tore down now or are they still standing?
One's tore down.
Okay.
Not by choice.
Not by choice?
It got stolen.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah.
Where all the copper was going missing and everything?
Yeah. So
okay, sorry. Yeah. I didn't know that was this development. That's fun.
Let's get into so this is all pre-purchasing. Let's get into that minutia.
Yeah.
So I figured okay, cool. I can buy this property with the ambitions of, hey, let's try to do what we did across the street and develop this thing.
Yeah.
I've been through that. I know what all the steps are. I know how long it can take. I know how much money is going to be needed to be pouring into this. I have an idea of how long it can take just to go, how much money it costs up front. You have to invest a few $1,000s just to go through the application process to go in front of city council eventually.
Just to go apply.
Yep.
Wow.
To where they tell you yes or no based off their political standing.
Right.
So it's quite a risk.
That was the question mark I didn't like, by the way.
Yeah.
Just that hiccup of like, hey, they could just say no. And I'm
They
like,
could.
yeah. And I was like,
one gal did.
Yeah. Was it as a vote then for city council?
Yep. It's a vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many said yes?
Everybody else.
How many's everybody else?
I think 5 or 6 others.
Okay, so it's like a majority then. You have to get like 5 or 4 votes or whatever it is. Okay.
And the funny thing is the guy that we are most worried about that has notoriously turned down the most stuff, he was the most encouraging about this development.
Wow.
So that was interesting, but that's for later down the story. So I got it under contract by myself. And I had the option, I kind of floated it by the old partners of, hey, I've got this deal under contract across the street.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mess. They're waiting on title reports to come back. I guess there could be other liens on it. I only knew about this one and it was getting foreclosed on soon.
Yeah.
So I kind of floated around them and they were kind of like, oh yeah, that could be great. And we could do this, we could do that. And then I started to feel like, oh shoot, they're going to want to take control of this right away, which is fine.
Sure.
But there's immediately like some thoughts in my head of, man, I think I'd like to go forward with this just on my own, because the frustrating part of the last deal we did was that there were so many people involved.
Yeah.
There were 5 of us and we all had to be on a call all the time, like every week or every couple of weeks, just to make the most basic decisions that we can all agree on.
That's hard.
And, even though the risk was spread out, it was still kind of a pain in the neck.
The more people you have involved in the project, obviously, I mean, it's different when you're syndicating because you've got like a general partner and limited partners. Like generals typically remain in control and limiteds are like, great.
And I can promise you this, if there weren't 5 people involved, it would not have taken 2.5 years.
Sure.
This project, we could have shaved off a full year of just everybody being on the same page, making quick decisions and being able to get a hold of quicker. Yeah. But as soon as we purchased this property, I'm talking about the old one.
Yeah.
A few years ago, a lot of these partners started having family emergencies and stuff and other things going on. Very legitimate family emergencies. Like one guy's wife died. The other guy, his dad died.
Just a lot of stuff going on.
Just a horrible year of just unfortunate events. So no fault to them at all, but it did slow the process down significantly.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I want to be in a little more control here.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't have all the money, but I can find that.
Yeah.
So I decided to partner with Joe Turner.
Yeah.
Because I know she has a history of getting shit done and not dragging her feet at all.
Right.
And she's even if she didn't have all the capital to invest, I know like she's one of the smartest people I know in my sphere.
Yeah, that's true.
As far as getting shit done.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Joe likes
how
to
can I get back on her good
too?
how can I get back on her good side? Because we haven't partnered together on a deal in quite a while.
Yeah. And if there's anything I know about Joe, it's like she likes to move. Like she likes to get things done quickly. It's churn and burn for her.
Yeah.
So okay, cool.
So I offered it to her and brought it to her, and she was very accepting right away. I think I don't remember all the details. I think I floated it past you and said, hey, we're gonna look at needing some money on this. I didn't know how much at the time.
Yeah.
But we decided. I knew, and you mentioned that it was just out of your scope at that time, and it was also an undefined period. That was a big thing when you're investing in these developments. You don't know how long it's going to take. It's not a quick 4 to 6 month loan.
They had a lot of question marks on it.
Like
for sure.
This could be a 2 to 3 year loan.
And I think the other thing is like the amount that you were looking for would have like tapped me for all of my other investments.
Sure.
Like I would have had to pull everything together and like
it wasn't a good time.
And it wasn't a good time, and that's okay. Like I still like. I'm still super proud of you for taking on this deal.
Yeah.
Knowing what you knew last time, like, okay, you went through a lot of things went bad, but now you're actually trying to refine that process.
Yep.
And make it a lot more smoother. And it seems like it's going pretty smooth so far. So,
yep.
Great.
So the second reason I wanted to invest with Joe was not only was she quick about getting stuff done,
Yeah.
and would really kind of pull this along, even if because I know I can drag my feet sometimes and
Sure.
get distracted with stock options and all those stupid things
true.
when I could be working on other things. But she also, she's her net worth is pretty heavy, and even if she doesn't have the cash available, she has got a lot of potential items that she could collateralize to help us get the loan if needed.
Is that what she did?
She never had to.
Cool.
And so here's the deal, though. Once we finally got the title report back, after a couple of weeks, the Tammy Kolb at Title One said, so there's actually 14 liens on this property, and we're still waiting on a few, but
like to come through.
Yeah. But it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to purchase this property for the $470,000 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I think it was 460, something like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was paying $200,000 more for the property than we anticipated, and we ended up spending $660,000 to cover all the liens, so that the seller still had some pocket change to walk away with and some motivation,
right? Yeah,
to work with
actually
us.
Get the deal done.
So he had a lot of liens. He had tax liens, multiple loans against it. He also used his property as collateral to buy a business.
Okay.
And just let it go to crap. It was like so it was interesting. The guy was unfortunately was on drugs.
Sure.
Same with everyone who he invited to his property.
Yep, we'll get into that.
Yeah. But we came to an agreement where, okay, we're taking on more risk. The only actually way we were able to close on this deal too, because we had a foreclosure coming soon from the previous business owner of the business that he bought from.
Yeah.
The previous business owner is ready to foreclose on him. And we had to try to reach out to that guy's attorney saying, hey, can we make a deal?
Yeah.
And instead of the attorney reaching back out to us, which was funny because he's actually my attorney on my other thing. The same attorney that was representing this this lender was also my attorney. So there's slight conflict of interest.
Yep.
So I get a call from this guy, Josh Sewer. And he's an agent in the area, also an experienced developer.
Yeah.
He's friends with this guy who's about to foreclose on this guy.
Okay.
So he has the puppet strings to do whatever's in this guy's best interest.
Yeah.
If he can be involved with it at some point. So he asked, there was a lot of back and forth.
Right.
But
right, of course.
Eventually he was able to make the deal happen. If it wasn't for Josh, we wouldn't have this deal.
Crazy.
Because he was able to get his friend to not collect any money yet and to get it 2 years from now, no payments, but with 10% interest that accrues.
Okay, cool.
Josh comes in and he's the man that brings the cash, and he got a let's call it 25% ownership in the deal, because I think that's what it was.
Yeah, let's call it, because that's what it is. Okay.
So he got an ownership stake. He's also an experienced developer. So I'm an experienced developer one time.
Yeah.
He's done multiples.
Yeah.
So he's done more than me. Not an insane amount, but he's got more experience doing this. This is what he does for a living, even though he's still an agent with properties.
But this is
we
like
used to work together.
His bread and butter after being an agent. Okay.
So he saw the value in this property. And we all had to come together and realize, hey, if we're purchasing this property for $200,000 more, if we can't get it through the city, there's a chance we're going to lose money on this project.
Yeah.
Maybe up to $100,000. So we all had to put our hands out and say, go team. And we took the risk.
That's how contracts are made, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't write anything down.
No, true. We all had to make a decision. And it was kind of adrenaline. If this doesn't get through the city, we're all going to lose $100,000 probably. Yeah. And we all had to put our hands out and just agree to that. We'll take the losses equally.
Did you get that in writing? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. But we went in with this with the reality check of, hey, if the city doesn't say yes, we're gonna lose.
We're upside down. Yes.
Now we did have another backup plan. If the city said no, we were going to make this an RV park illegally just to get the cash flow to help pay for it while
Sure.
we tried again the next year and applied again.
Yeah.
So we had some backup plans.
Yeah.
But we still all knew if the city just like red lights this, we're all going to take it on the chin a little bit, and we knew it was worth the risk, because it's like, would you risk $30,000 to make 10 times that?
Right. And I think, like, yes, in your case, it was worth the risk, because you had the capital back it up, you have the assets, you have everything that can, like, okay, if this fails, like, it's not going to wipe me out.
No, it wasn't. We're going to take a hit.
If I was to do that and I was to lose my entire, like, investing portfolio on this one deal, like, that, it just wouldn't have worked for me. I wouldn't have said, I still wouldn't have said yes.
So that's one of the big advantages of being in real estate long enough and having some assets, and you can take risk like this, and it won't kill you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm working 30
on it.
We're getting a little bit better.
30 grand wouldn't kill me.
Oh, yeah. I guess 30 grand would
suck.
Out. Yeah.
It would ruin my week, maybe 2 weeks, a week and a half. Let's call it a week and a half. But I know I can make it back.
Right.
30 grand's not fun to lose.
No.
But it's something that we just agreed to, and we're just going to work hard on making sure that we sell this to this. We were going to sell this to the city as best we could. So we were able to close on it. The next step, well, actually, before we closed on it, we had to do a lot of due diligence and a lot of selling, because, like, where's that other 400 grand coming from? Right. Remember, we bought it for 660, and we got 260 pushed to the back end. A couple years from now, we'll pay that.
So, but 260 was that lien amount?
Yeah, that was the other lien amount that was getting foreclosed on.
Yeah.
All the other liens added up to about 400. Well, a little shy of that. The guy walked away with, I think, 30 grand or so.
Okay.
But we had to come up with another 400 grand. We got a hard money loan. And this lender, we've used him a lot before. He saw the opportunity there too, and he didn't need any additional collateral.
Nice.
So they just said, okay, yeah, we'll fund this. Yeah. And then if you get approved and you want the development money, because it's going to cost us another 800 grand to $1 million, 800 to $1 million.
Yeah.
In costs,
like to develop
it. Yeah. So that means putting in streets, putting in the curbs and gutters,
sidewalks,
putting in sidewalks, putting in all the sewer systems in that whole few acres, putting in all the water, putting in all the fiber, putting in all the power.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Expanding the road a little bit on the main road, putting in the proper mailboxes and fire hydrants and trees and common areas, the common area landscaping.
Yeah.
Working with an engineer off and on forever, working with a surveyor off and on forever, because they have to stake every little individual corner on every individual. Hey, quick commercial break here. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. If you want to give back, let me help you buy a house, or I can help you sell a house. It's the only way I make money when I'm not investing in real estate. I don't make money on this podcast or the events I do, but I do make money only when I help people buy and sell houses. So if you're looking for your next investment and you're here in North Idaho, I want to help you personally. If you are not in North Idaho, I can still help you out. I have a vast network of referral partners all across the country, and I can find the right real estate investor savvy agent for you so you don't have to. It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for your support. Back to the show. Visual lot. Yep. And then when, excavators run through it and they have to redo it.
Yeah, because they ruin everything.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
They have to they have to tear down all these houses and these buildings and take out the well and take out the septics.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They have to bring in fill. They have to remove fill. They have to bring in fill. I don't know why they bring it in and take it out so much, but they have to.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot, and it approximately costs around, let's say, 30 grand per lot. If somebody's out there trying to figure out how much does it cost to develop a few acres in North Idaho, approximately, depending on how many buildable lots you have.
Say that depends on your buildable lots too.
Yeah,
your prices go up if you have less lots, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
right.
So just figure round numbers. It could be up or down a few percent, but around 30 grand a lot.
Cool.
So it's gonna cost us for the 25 lots approximately 800 grand.
Okay.
And that's if you throw in some demo cost for the buildings and stuff.
Sure.
It's going to cost us approximately 800 grand to develop.
Okay.
And then almost 75 $100,000 worth of other experts that we have to pay: geotechs, the engineers, the project managers, the surveyors, the land consultant that we hired to help us sell our vision to the city of Post Falls. So there's all these other...
You hired someone to help sell the vision?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, we hired a land consultant to help sell it for us.
Nice.
And explain why they should vote yes.
That's awesome. Did they join you at the city council meetings?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and we have many consults with that guy,
Sure.
you know, at least 10 or so prior to that within the last, 8 months.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a lot to it, a lot more than you would imagine.
Yeah, there is.
But the cool thing about a deal like this, a flip, is that I'm not going out and doing any... I'm not repairing any mold or or mowing lawns.
Right.
There's no it's all admin work.
Yeah.
It's all just organizing professionals to do the work for you.
Yeah. So like you said, what's cool about this, like you're not actually like building houses from the ground up. You are selling it to somebody who will be building houses.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And the cool thing is too, once we kind of had our layout of like what this subdivision could look like, which I hired somebody on Fiverr to do for like a couple $100.
Nice.
Instead of going right to an engineer to, hey, for $10,000, can you give us a layout on this property? I can go right to Fiverr and have somebody do that for a fraction of the cost, just to pitch the vision to a builder.
Yeah.
And we went to the largest home builder in the country, J.R. Horton, who really wants to get into this market, to give us an LOI on these lots because they want anything that they can get their hands on.
Sure.
And we had immediate proof to our lenders of, hey, look, this property developed, it's worth $3 million. They're willing to pay $3 million.
Cool.
Here's our letter from them, and they may go up.
Yeah,
because this is what they offered us without us going back and forth.
Right. That's their base offer.
Yeah.
Are you going to go up, you think, or is that going to...
We'll probably go up, but it depends on the market. And here's another thing too. We're not agreeing to their terms. We're not agreeing to their LOI, and we're not going to be under contract with them because the market could change. And whether the market goes up or down, it doesn't matter. Because if the market went down, they would have the option to back out.
Right.
If the market went up and our lots were worth more, they're locked into their price.
Yep.
We'll just hold out and wait.
Yeah,
for a little while. Some negotiation tactics for you guys out there.
Yeah.
Don't agree too soon if you're doing something like this to work with the builder.
Yeah.
Shop it too, and don't be afraid to be open about that.
Yeah. Hey, we're shopping, by the way. Like,
yeah, it's in the best interest of our investors to shop this deal. They all have a say in it. So we just want to work with the not the builder who's going to pay the most, but the builder that's going to be easiest to work with.
Right.
And we like the most, but most likely it's going to be the one that will pay
the money's going to be important too, of course. No, that's a good tactic. And like these people, like these builders, they're used to doing business with businesses, right? So it's not like, if you come up with a higher offer, they're going to be offended. It's all just business to these people.
They're not in the commercial world. People don't get offended like they do in the residential world. Is easy.
Like if you tell them like, hey, by the way, we're shopping this around, they're like, yeah, everybody does.
Yep. Well, yeah, I'll go to my boss and we'll see if we can go up any.
Yeah, I don't make the decisions right now. We got to run it through the ranks.
You're usually not dealing with the guy that's got the money sitting in his bank account.
Right. We need to.
You're dealing with an employee
Mm-hmm.
Whose job it is to get land.
Yeah.
And they're incentivized to buy land and line up projects for their
to keep their
stockholders,
yeah,
for their shareholders of the company to see continuous production.
Right.
So yeah, in the last subdivision that we sold to Lennar, the second largest home builder.
Okay.
So
are you going to shop Lennar too then?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Assuming that they want it, if it fits their vision, which probably does.
Yeah.
It's affordable starter homes.
Sure.
Like easy to sell stuff.
Are they going to be townhomes? Or are they going to be like connected, or are they all going to have their own individual houses on them?
So this is what helped us get through the city council. They are going to be detached single family homes on small lots.
I love it.
And we're able to prove that these types of homes sell for, on average, 23% less than the average standard lot size.
Gotcha.
So these are a smaller lot size. They're on average around 5,000 square foot lots.
Okay.
Versus your standard lot size are around 7,500 to 9,000, somewhere in there.
Sure.
So these smaller lots that like fit still a normal size house, but there's just not much lawn at all.
Sure.
They on average sell for 23% less. So like $399 in Post Falls.
Cool. That's
is
a
an
good price.
versus $500 and
I should buy one of them.
Yeah. So they but they're just they're starter homes.
Yeah.
And whether it's affordable or not is irrelevant. This is the most attainable that we can come up with.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So that actually helped the city council not reject it. Like, well, the community needs starter homes, so it's a no-brainer. Yes.
Right.
That was 6 out of 7 people's opinion about it was, yeah, we really can't do the city a disservice by declining this stuff because people are in need. Like all their kids are looking for homes.
Right.
And
y'all know what it's like out there.
This is this type of product helps. It's all about supply and demand. If you can increase the supply of cheaper homes, that's better for everybody. Yeah.
So you guys aren't actually doing, again, like you're just selling the dirt to a developer who's going to build the houses. You don't have any say what kind of houses are going to go on these once you give them to the developer, correct? Like, are they all going to be like the similar models, or are there going to be like 5 or 6 to choose from?
They gave us elevation plans on ideally what they would fit there. Cool. So way in advance of us even going to, let's say in advance of us going to our final planning and zoning with the city of like trying to get a subdivision approved.
Yeah.
They're already trying to fit their product on these layouts and asked us to make slight adjustments. So we're actually working with D.R. Horton at that level to where they already have their houses that would fit these lots and ask for some tweaks on a couple of these lots, which is fine for us. Like we want a sellable product. We want to work with them on that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we have to sell to them when we're done.
Right.
Somebody else can build these homes.
But that's
But now we have the elevation plans that would be ideal.
That's also incentive for you to, I guess, raise that price if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you're already working with them and they're already like committing like time into these resources and stuff.
Sure.
And like
we're probably going to sell to DR.
Right. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but like, but they're helping you guys. They're helping like build these plans and stuff. That means they're interested.
Yeah.
And like they already have a time investment. So if they have that time investment, maybe you just raise the price a little bit on them.
I mean, they're not just interested. They check in every month or so. Like, hey, how's it going there?
We get our houses ready for us yet?
We want those not houses, lots.
Lots, yeah.
They want their lots.
We want some dirt.
So to recap, we bought the land for $660.
Okay.
And there's approximately $1 million worth of development that needs to go into this, and we're gonna sell each lot for approximately, let's say, $130,000.
Yeah.
Resulting in after selling cost and lender fees and all that stuff, we should net a little over $1 million.
Okay.
Is what it's looking like.
Awesome.
And that's with paying so we're also getting like, where's that additional $1 million coming from? First I'll back up. Josh, who came into the deal that made the deal happen.
Yeah.
He also brought $100,000 of his own money.
Yeah.
To use as a slush fund to help us get started for the first few months. So Joe and I wouldn't have to bring any cash.
That's awesome.
To the table. So we're taking less ownership. He comes in and gets 25%, but he's providing the initial slush fund and he made the deal happen. And he's also, one of the 3 helping out, making sure that we're getting this going.
Yeah. So it's you and 2 other partners on this deal, correct? Okay.
Now this, I will say I've been skipping over some of the frustrating parts of this deal.
Sure. I can't imagine there wouldn't be any.
The moment we closed on it and I went to check it out, there were people in the house ripping apart stuff. Now this is, keep in mind, back before the last 2 weeks ago, we still weren't sure if we had to flip this house or not.
Okay.
Since then, the house has been completely fucking destroyed.
Wow.
By tweakers that have been there again and again, breaking into the place, just taking windows, siding. I'll back up a little bit too. One of our first projects when we got this house was to start decluttering the property because there were a bunch of RVs on the property, a bunch of beaten down RVs and vehicles. And I had the brilliant idea of asking my assistant Sabra, why don't you put put those on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for free. And if you can just organize people coming to pick those up for free, that would be great.
Yeah.
To see if we can get rid of them that way instead of paying to have them removed.
Sure.
It didn't work out amazing because
that ended up biting you in the butt.
Yeah. So apparently people will come and take whatever they feel like at that property, including a shop, an actual shop. People came and started removing the metal and lumber off of a completely good building. We had to get the police involved, not the police, sorry, the sheriffs involved many times. They would not arrest anybody.
Because you invited them there.
Because we invited them there.
And did not tell them what they could not specifically take.
And the sheriff's word were, because we did not say don't take the shop, because you invited them in, they can do whatever they want. Which doesn't still seem right to me, but that's what they say.
Yeah.
So if you invite people onto your property and you don't tell them to don't take the house or don't take the house siding, don't take the shop, you can't prosecute them or anything like that. So we immediately just took the ad away and said, okay, don't, now it's just if people come, they're trespassing.
Yep.
Which happened multiple times. We had the sheriffs there multiple times. Every time I went there, there's people there.
Yeah.
And tried to get people. They wouldn't arrest anybody. They kept just trying to play it off like they could, but they promised that they're going to leave and won't come back. And it's just like, God, do your fucking job and assess some accountability. Like, arrest some of these people that are here.
You know what's weird?
Breaking into this property and stealing shit.
Yeah. So like these people who are stealing, they are probably homeless, and they probably don't have like.
They're not homeless. They came with homeless people don't drive vehicles around with trailers and loaded up siding.
Sure. Okay. Well, drug addicts, whatever you call it. But like, I think like, I'm not in law enforcement. I don't know how this works. Like the jails only have a certain amount of space. And like, what are they going to do with these people once they're there? It's almost like they have to babysit them if they take them into their possession.
Hey,
I don't know. I'm trying to justify.
We pay our taxes and have expectations that if somebody's breaking into your property and stealing shit, at least put them in handcuffs when you find them there. Yeah. But that wasn't happening. Instead, we got a letter from the county saying that you demoed this shop without a permit.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I remember when you got that phone call when they were stealing stuff, by the way.
And he said, you really should put a lock on this gate. So we put a lock on the gate. The fence, because property's all fenced off and there's a gate there, put a lock on it. The next time I come, the gate has been run down. The time after that I come, the gate's gone, and so is all the fencing.
Wow.
Somebody stole all the fencing. Acres of fencing.
Why?
Kind of hard to secure a property.
Yeah. When
your fencing and gates all gone too.
Do you like hire some like private security to hang out there at night or something?
Even though we were trying to get rid of junk, this story goes further. Junk just starts. People bring stuff. Every time we go there, there's a new boat or a new hot tub that gets dropped off upside down. People use it as a dumping ground now.
Wild.
And on the main house, this house actually looked kind of charming at first.
Yeah.
But now it's stripped of all the siding and windows, and there's a couch on the roof.
Incredible.
Fortunately, a couple weeks ago, we got approved for annexation in the city, which means we're relieved that we don't have to fix anything. Like, this is all going to be torn down anyway now at this point. But the last 8 months or so has been a nightmare because it's like there's no guarantee we're getting this annex in the city. We might have to clean up all this shit, and it just gets worse every time we go.
Yeah. So you've been
there was
okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
There was a little bit of stress with this deal.
Yeah.
That I haven't mentioned yet.
Totally understandable. So I want to talk about, like, you've been approved to be annexed in the city. That means you are not annexed in at the moment, correct? I guess where I'm going with this is
the same thing. We're annexed in.
Okay, so now if there's trespassers or anything like that, you call the police.
I don't know if it's that quick.
Okay.
It's a process still, but the fact is, there's no more. We can now continue. We can go to our engineer and get our subdivision plan done, bring it back to the city, but there's no more political voting.
Yeah.
It's just like, does this subdivision now meet the criteria of a subdivision? If so, they have to say yes.
Yep.
Not the city council, the planning and zoning commission.
Cool. So you're past.
So
you're past.
We're past
council.
we're past getting approvals.
Mm-hmm.
We can just move forward and work and get this project done.
Okay. And I want to talk about, obviously, people tearing down your fence and just continuing, like, you're trying to get rid of stuff. More stuff keeps coming there. That's such a weird thing to do. When you get rid of the house and you get rid of everything on the land, do you think you're going to have trouble keeping people off the land while the builders are flattening out the land?
No. It'll be so much easier because there's going to be, contractors, there, heavy equipment every day. It's going to be it's going to be like across the street.
But
now it's been a safe haven for people to go wander around because there's so much junk there.
Sure.
I've never seen so many needles in my life.
Really?
There are needles everywhere.
Wow.
I had no idea people do that much heroin. I'm assuming it's heroin. I don't know what else you shoot up with needles.
I don't know. Yeah.
But an insane amount of needles.
Okay.
All over the place.
All in the house or all around the property and stuff?
Mostly in these trailers.
Okay.
Around the property, but definitely in the house too.
Cool. So when you remove the trailers, you're just gonna have somebody like just pull the trailers away, right? And like
we were getting bids.
Okay.
For professional companies to come do this stuff, and we're not doing it.
Please don't touch it.
We threw our hands in the air
again. We're not doing this.
And we're done working. We're
ready to break.
Out. And also, what a cool thing that our engineer provides as a service is the project management for an additional $4,500.
Great.
And we're all looking at that and we're just like, fucking A, we don't have to manage the contractors either. They can do it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take this option, please.
That's
we'll go back to our offices and Mr. Burns or whatever it is. Split is.
Okay.
Do our work for us. Thank you.
Interesting. Man, what a wild ride this one has been so far for you. Like, obviously you've been in real estate enough that you know that like people steal stuff and like, but this one just seems like a dramatic case of that happening.
So this property had a history of tweakers there anyway, and I guess they just, even though the property sold, they didn't really care, and they just kept coming back.
Yeah, and
I think that was a reality of why it attracted so many characters like that.
Yeah,
was because it was such a hodgepodge, cool hangout for people with drug problems,
and
that they just didn't care that, like, it even got better now that there wasn't an owner there.
Sure. Yeah. They're like, oh, no, we can do whatever we want. Nobody's actually like watching us.
Yeah. The cops don't arrest us.
Right. We can do whatever we want. My worry is, and I'm sure this will be alleviated, but like you said, there will be heavy equipment there and stuff, but there's also going to be a lot of materials left there. So like one day you will have your windows hanging out and you will have, your building kits. That's actually not on you. That's on the builders.
No, we're just on the land.
Yep. Never mind. I don't need to worry about that.
We're improving the streets. I don't think anyone's going to steal the manhole covers.
Right.
Well, maybe. Yeah. I guess they go for $250 on Craigslist.
Do they?
But that's not on us.
Yeah.
That's the developer.
Mm-hmm. Once you sell it, it's like, here's your problem.
Yeah. We're not buying the manhole covers. That's the contractor that we're hiring to install that stuff.
So you're getting bids to get all this stuff removed. Have you actually talked to any companies lately, or what's like?
Oh, sure. Yes.
What's the bid? Give me a number of what that's going to cost to get all that stuff removed.
Well, we're still waiting on that. So now that we actually did, we had some people go out there. We had Cannon Hill go there last week, and also Elevated Excavation.
Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting on numbers. Like what they would charge to remove all the stuff on that property. We're not expecting like a super low number.
No.
But I think we had budgeted $50,000 or something like that from the start.
Can you get it in writing? Like, can you remove all the stuff here plus whatever else is left in the future? Because people
doubt it.
Who puts a couch on the roof?
I don't know.
How
maybe it's a great place to see the stars at night.
Is it like, or they were trying
to? Not well. I think it was thrown out the window.
Okay, so it's like on like a subroof. Is there like a high roof and then okay, that makes
somebody
sense.
Clearly they took the window too.
Right,
the window's gone.
Okay, and
decided this couch they just need to push it outside onto this roof, and I don't know if they use it as a hangout spot or like don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they had a couch on the roof in that
That's a deep cut, man.
Yeah.
It's remember Drop Dead Fred?
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
No,
That's an old 80s movie.
Yeah,
too? Yeah.
The girl who has like a best friend who's dead.
Oh, that like Weekends and Bernie's.
He's dead, but he's like a zombie. He's like alive, but talks, but he's dead.
I guess,
I'm
is
not
that a Mike Myers film?
No, it seems like it could have been a Mike Myers in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
I just remember one part where like nobody else can see this guy except the girl's best friend, of course. And he goes in between this girl's legs and he's on the ground and he goes, cobwebs.
Nice.
And I didn't get it as a kid, and I get it now.
Very nice. I understand that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's dive into the numbers one more time, because one thing I didn't mention is like, where are we going to get that other $1 million to actually develop it?
Yeah.
So our original lenders, we had kind of pre-agreed on some numbers that if we get annexed in, and if they can bring all the additional monies needed plus no payments, they would want 10% equity in the deal, plus
lenders
plus 10% returns on what they're lending. So essentially, if we're making $1 million, which we're actually making like 1.1 something, they would make all their interests, which is baked into the deal, at 10% plus an additional 10% bonus of whatever the net profits are.
Sure.
So they're going to get, if the net profits are 1.1 million, they'll get $110,000 bonus.
Yeah. On top of the
interest that's been accruing.
Okay.
Yep. And once you figure all the interest, and maybe I can pull up that spreadsheet real quick. I'll do that. If you can entertain the crowd for 20 seconds.
I can entertain the crowd. I'll take all my clothes off. No, while you're doing that, I just want to talk about that. So they're going to be 10% owners. Now, are you guys splitting profits after that, or is that, how is that 10% ownership divided up?
So we actually, so the 10% would be like what here, the net deal. So I think they would be making, after all the interest.
Gotcha. Yep.
An extra bonus on whatever the net would be.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering how that gets divided up, because those numbers would come into play in something like this.
Oh, yeah, all the numbers come into play.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's see here. Midway.
Just type in Midway.
Just searched it.
Yep.
Midway is the street that it's on.
There it is. August 25 lots.
Newest.
Newest. All right, it's pulling up the numbers now here.
So we purchased the property with fees for $676,000.
Sure, you were close.
With initial closing costs and lender fees, it was actually, we're into the property $683,600. We have an estimate of the development cost, engineering, surveying, all that stuff, of $876,500.
Okay.
We have total holding cost, which includes all the interest of not making payments on the first loan and second loan, estimated, and this also includes taxes, utilities, during a 2-year, assuming everything takes 2 years, we have approximately $282,000 budgeted for that.
Okay.
And it's all broken down in 7 different categories. If we sell each lot of our 25 lots for $130,000, that's $3,250,000 on the sale price. The commission to the agents on the deal would be $195,000, which is Joe and I, so it would make an extra $100,000.
Yeah,
in commissions. But boy, it's a lot of work being an agent on that deal.
It
is. And then actually, our wholesaler, we have an additional $12,500 to pay him. I didn't mention when he was going to make $25,000.
Yeah.
The wholesaler that brought me the deal. Once we realized that there were 14 liens on it and we needed to pay $200 extra grand, I asked him, "Hey, do you mind shaving that wholesale fee down to $12,500, cut it in half? If we get it annexed into the city, we promise we'll pay you and we'll put it in writing.
Yeah,
your full $25,000.
Right.
But if we never get it annexed, are you good with $12,500?
Yeah.
Because we're going to lose money,
right?
Most likely on this deal." He was good with that.
Yeah.
So we have it budgeted in to pay him an extra $12,500, And then our other closing costs, title insurance and all that stuff, and escrow fees of $24,375,000. Making what's left over, our net profits would be $1,175,863. 10% extra would go to investors, leaving us $1,058,276 in estimated net profits. Joe and I would receive approximately $400, and Josh about $260.
Cool.
Josh brought $100.
Yeah.
That's with him getting his money back. So not a bad return on investment with his $100,000 cash to get $260-ish back.
Would he get $260 plus the $100,000 back?
Yes, of course.
So yeah, $360 total would be
but his return on that 100,
it's almost 3x. That's pretty good.
Yep, pretty good.
Pretty good there. Okay.
So this deal, I mean, it's looking like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's good.
Just need realistically probably another 12 months to get through all this, and I'm excited to have a nice big payday to look forward to sometime by the end of next year.
Yeah. And what's cool is you've got enough margin in this thing. If a couple things go awry, like I think you're still going to be okay because you're hitting really good margins here, and you've got a good profit margin, like I said, and like it looks like it's a winner right now.
Yeah, and this would be my first $500,000 deal, because if you include my commission on it and then add my net profits, I mean you're damn near, you're like so close to $500,000 in net profits.
How much money did you put in this?
Nothing
out of your own pocket.
Nothing yet.
I mean,
just driving there and getting frustrated here and there. A lot of my time. It's not like I haven't done anything to make this. We've done a lot of the organizing of hiring everybody, getting bids. There's still a lot. But
It
should be pretty fun.
So I have one more final question. We can keep going if you want, but I think we're getting close to the hour. This is an interesting question, not exactly dealing with this deal, but deals in general.
Yeah.
So obviously you decided to cut in the lenders in the profits in the deal. And why did you decide to do that versus just paying them 10% of their interst?
I don't have $1 million.
That's what I wanted to get to. Yeah. So
because it's kind of, we just need them.
You just found a clever way to use leverage with it, and like you can give away a small piece of your pie in order to make a big piece of pie.
Yes,
it's easy,
and those are going to be pretty amazing returns for them.
Oh yeah,
because not only do they have to not do anything, they really don't have to do anything but just put their money in.
Yeah.
And now that it's annexed in the city, it's a much safer loan.
They put their money in a pot and they go,
and then they wait.
When they wait,
and they go back to doing whatever they do. And then a year later, it's like, oh, pretty good payday, thanks.
Yeah. It's like when you go to get some cereal, you put some cereal back in the cabinet, and then a year later, you look in the cabinet and there's 2 boxes of cereal. You're like, this is really cool.
How did that happen?
Oh, cool.
It's because your wife went to the store.
Yeah, somebody made that happen. Is how that works. So that was my final question, of course. But I just want to talk about how you leverage and why you leverage and what percentages you give away versus what you keep. Like clearly, like you got the deal done with Josh. He seemed to be like the MVP in this deal.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have happened without him, right?
No.
So like if I was this partner in this deal and I decided to like invest all my money into this, I wouldn't have had these resources to get this done. You guys probably wouldn't have got this far.
Right.
So you chose well.
Yeah. So here's why most people won't do this. And what even though it just sounds amazing, most people will look at something like this and they'll look at, wait, the total profit is almost $1.2 million. You're going to do all the work and only get 396. That's unfair.
How so?
Right? This deal would have never happened. I don't have $2 million laying around to invest for 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think I could be wrong, but I think a lot of people would see something like this and be like, ugh, I cannot believe you're paying so much to all these people, but you're doing it all. Yeah. That's a different way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Pretty happy.
And
we'll see. And it does not mean that there's going to be more hiccups along the way.
I'm
we're going to have
there
problems.
will be.
Oh yeah.
I've been in real estate enough to know that like You're not done with your problems yet.
Yeah. And this isn't necessarily best case scenario either. This is assuming it takes a full 24 months.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little bit of a buffer, and we don't get anything more than 130 a lot.
Yeah.
Which we were already promised.
Yeah.
Kind of. So I don't know. It's looking good.
Yeah.
It's not a done deal yet. We'll revisit it next year.
Yeah.
When it is done, and see how accurate this spreadsheet ended up being.
When you're negotiating with builders, so obviously DR Horton gave you a letter of interest, letter of intent, right?
Letter of intent.
Letter of intent. Yeah. Can you take that letter and can you take it to Lennar and say like, hey, they said they'd pay this.
Sure.
And then like they go up and then you go back. Well, Lennar said they'd pay this. Like, can you start zigzagging? Is that efficient?
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
What was more incredible about having that was we were able to bring that to our lenders and be like, look,
it's pretty secure.
I don't have to like this. These people are willing to pay this, and we already have a contract that we don't have to sign.
Right.
But there is a demand for this product that we want to build.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It seems like this one is definitely going a lot smoother, minus all the people stealing stuff and bringing more stuff to your property.
Bound to have issues in real estate.
Issues. Yeah. If you can't handle the issues, I don't think this stuff's for you at all.
Yeah. This is what keeps me alive.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine
bad way to do it.
If we didn't have all these issues, this industry would be so fucking boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
You could play No Man's Sky in peace if you didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. I'm excited to see what you guys do with it, and I'm excited to see it come to fruition and close, because I think
thank you. Me too.
You've passed a lot of the hurdles, and I'll just be patiently waiting to hear updates, because I want to hear you about your wins.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody out there. I hope this was entertaining, somewhat educational. I hope it was educational.
Yeah.
Jeremy has got a lot of books to give away. So if you want to make a deal with him, he can get you the $100 million money models book.
It's right there. You can look at the title. $100 million money models.
$100 million. It is $100 million money models.
Yeah. No, I've got a lot. Also, Nick's going to be giving some away at his investor groups.
Yep.
So go to those and enter for your chance to win a free book that could change your life.
Send Jeremy a picture of your boobs and he might send you a book, whether you're a dude or not.
Yep.
I'm going to start a fundraiser for you that you did not welcome.
Why am I getting so many breasts on my phone? You're going to get me in trouble is what you're going to give me.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. You guys know what to do.
Yep.
Jeremy's cell phone number is 208-704-0320. That's the number that you text your address. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the Investor Shed podcast. If you enjoyed your time, make sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow along on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at The Investor Shed for shorts and promos about each episode. Do you want to be a guest or know someone who has great real estate investing advice and stories? Reach out to us at theinvestorshed@gmail.com.